Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale that out. Tapping into that connection. As a human being, we all came here to live as that one coherent frequency of love, that we are all one, we are all connected and united with that equality, that universal love. And I wanted to share this message today as I had a really nice experience on Canada Day. You know, going to the park, I was able to meet some Indian men that had put up a tent saying free turban, that you could go and put on a turban and wear it for the day. And I thought, why not? Why not go and put on a turban and actually start to ask questions as to what does this actually mean? For the Indian culture, what does it mean to put on a turban and actually wear that? And as I got talking with the man that was putting on the turban, was explaining that its stance is all to do with equality. And when you think about judgments in this world and different cultures and everything being separated, that it's really important that we focus on having no judgments in those areas, so then we can actually move in a more imaginative, dream and creative, coherent way in this world when it comes to movements. And I'm really passionate in my heart to be able to share these messages, as I really care to bring community, to bring that love, that connection, where we're able to show up and be who we truly are. And one of these experiences for me was more of that kind of social experiment, and actually seeing how by immersing myself into that world and that culture and how it's being portrayed and what this actually stands for, I was able to learn and grow from that. And I'm always looking for ways in how I can grow my spirit, how I can become more coherent and more moving in that direction in this world. So it's really important that we are able to get to know everyone in this world. And so as we were talking, this man, he said it's about, you know, equality and the protection, and as a shield in those times that they went through in the Indian culture, as the crown on their head, and also to keep the hair neat and tidy and all of these things. And what I found most interesting within that space was when he asked me, okay, so do you drink or do you smoke? It's part of the tradition, the culture, to be able to wear a turban, that it requires that you're not to drink alcohol and you're not to smoke. And that really rang, really pulled on the strings of my heart and the passion that I show up to be able to share and bring that to the world, to give people different choices in their life, to empower them. When I look at my own story, and not the story of the suffering and the victimhood, the story of I went on the path of having alcohol and drugs and, you know, even smoking and different things in my life when I was living that at the time and playing that character and putting that hat on. And when I was able to remove that hat and try on a new hat of reprogramming, restructuring my whole nervous system and reprogramming that mind, the unconscious mind that's able to reframe every single thing that was not actually serving my best interests when it comes to living from my heart. So yeah, it's just a short little message today on equality. And I just wanted to say, anyone that does tune in, say hello. Tuning in from Canada, let me know where you're tuning in from, and if you catch a replay, that's cool too. And if this really resonates with you when it comes to equality and universal love and connection and growth as the spirit, feel free to share this with someone you know. It can make a real difference by breaking the stigmas around in the 3D world of the physical sense. It can break those stigmas and lower those walls so we can lift the lid in conversation and how we can all come together in a much more coherent, cohesive way in imagining what's actually possible when you start to bring differences to the table. How can we bring more universal love? And I feel that something like this is transformative. For me, I've never experienced that you know, putting myself in someone else's shoes and their other, you know, their culture upbringings, to be able to be that. So really happy to be able to share that. And also it's a nice beautiful day out here in Canada. I love coming out here in nature and just fully connecting, fully surrendering to the process and that divine guidance of what it feels like to just be me and invite others to be able to be them too. So yeah. Who's tuning in? Oh wow. From Egypt. Hello, Naya. Hello. nice to connect. I love it when people jump on and I'm able to interact and if anyone's got any questions or, you know, what inspired you to actually do something, you know, of this social experiment and putting on a turban for a day and respecting how the rules and, you know, they all play out. And it's not the rules of the conditioning rules. It's actually nice kind of chance to be able to wear this for a day. You know, that's part of their tradition. Wear this for the day and then to take it off and, you know, and to not put it in the bin and all of those things. And it's pretty cool too because it's green, which resembles grounding, nature and everything. I want to see you on live more. Yep, well, I've definitely been showing up a lot more and feeling more connected every single day and wanting to contribute more for everything when it comes to my experiences and to share, you know, tools and things that I've actually been able to embody as a lifestyle every single day. So yeah, I'll definitely be showing up a lot more. And it felt good to be able to go on that journey as well, to self-reflect and contemplate on many things over the past few years as I've been traveling between a couple of countries and yeah, just living life. Lily, okay, nice. I love the turban. I feel it these days too. Oh, thank you for sharing openly. It really means a lot to me when it comes to love, contribution, growth, and that connection is bringing all cultures out and understanding different cultures. You know, I married Sherry, and she's Canadian, so I'm celebrating Canada Day over here. And I'm Australian, so when it comes to the two different cultures of Australia and Canada, they're very different, diverse in the upbringing of that. But then again, we're all human beings and we all have the same, you know, basic human needs. We all have the love, the connection, the growth, the wanting to give and contribute to the world. And we have all of those things. And when it comes to mindset, you know, as Tony Robbins will say, the 6 human needs that we all have and we all work towards is, you know, certainty is number one. We all want clarity. Where's the direction taking me right now, and what guidance in my own inner compass is taking me down that path. And when it comes to the second human need is uncertainty. So as Tony Robbins will say in reflection, when you're certain and you live in that certainty and that certain, then what happens is we start to become bored. So we need the second human need comes in, which is variety. It's the uncertainty, which is diving in with faith, like the eagle, and having fun with the spontaneity of the universe and connection and life. And then the third human need is significance, feeling unique, feeling different, feeling important, and all of those things. And there isn't any wrongs or rights to how you look at the human needs. It's what order you put them in, and what you prioritize as your values is where your, path is going to go, kind of, going to weave in and out in different directions until you start to feel what resonates with you. And then the fourth human need is love and connection. And love and connection, we all want that love and connection. And it doesn't mean between, human beings. It could be with God, or your own understanding of what that even feels resonance with you. And that connection can be the relationships that we have, the relationship with yourself, the love and connection with yourself, as much as love and connection with everyone else. And the same goes for God, or, the universe, or however you look at it, that, in that way. So we all have those four basic human needs, and then it moves into the spirituality of the human needs, as Tony will say, goes into growth. So we all want to grow inside. We want to, test the waters and see what actually feels in resonance with us before we can feel that next step. And by doing those next steps, we're able to grow from those experiences, like today, as an example. And then the sixth human need, we bounce over to the human need of contribution, which is a big focus and value of mine. Is I feel that when I'm growing and I'm contributing in some form, like even today as an example, being able to share this experience and invite the conversations in, they're really big values of myself. I would love to hear what, out of those six human needs, what is in resonance, and how you particular have it, in what order that you focus on the most. And where you put your intention and you put your focus is exactly where the energy flows. So yeah. I'm not sure if you're still on. No, Lily. I like Forest too. Wow, I would love to go to Egypt. Actually, there's a real big desire and connection to get to Egypt and the pyramids and how the energy grids work in Egypt. I really feel that vision. I feel it inside my solar plexus, inside my spirit. I feel the calling to get to Egypt at some point for a period of time. I truly believe there's a big part in coming together. And Lily, if you've actually dived down and understanding how, the whole body works, and the chakra system, when we have, I know I'm going in all different directions. I'm about to wrap it up because I feel I want to extend conversations on all of these things. But yeah, it just reminded me, you mentioned that you're from Egypt, is that when we go into the chakra system, so we have 7 chakras in our body. And there's also 7 chakras in the universe. And in Egypt, in the pyramids, one of the pyramids there holds the universal, that has the throat chakra, is the communication is in Egypt, which is a really important place. So I think being a divine messenger and able to share openly from my heart, to contribute and to be able to bring awareness and make a difference, it's important to be able to get to these places to understand how the light codes are able to open up to that next form of something. When it comes to communication, that's where the pyramids, they open up your throat chakra. So yeah, and anyone that does tune in, say hello, share this on to someone to be able to, open up something else, that a new perspective, and how we may have had certain views on certain things for a long time we might not even be aware of. And so yeah, happy Canada Day. Anyone that does tune in from Canada, happy Canada Day. And it's been really, really nice to be able to share openly. And thank you for tuning in, Lily from Egypt. I really, really appreciate it. First time to hear that. Chakras in the universe. Yeah, there's 7 chakras in the universe. And actually Australia is the heart chakra, which makes sense. Because when I look at where things stem from when it comes to the heart's all to do with the love, like that expansion of that multiplies from the love, that feminine energy. It's passion. And when you look at the culture of Australians, really, really passionate by nature. So it makes sense that in Australia, there is like a certain part in Australia is the heart chakra. I think it may be near Uluru, which is one of the indigenous rocks in Australia. The culture there is really built on Uluru for all the indigenous people and the energy there. So yeah. I'm so grateful. I really, really am. Inside New Explore. Yeah. But on that note, I'm just gonna breathe. So breathing in through the nose and exhaling that out through the mouth. And then I'm gonna do 3 sounds of ah. So it's all incorporated into the quantum flow that I'm able to guide. Really, when you start to tap into the sound, it really opens that heart and that radiance of it, so you're able to extend and multiply that to many more people. So I'm going to do 3 R's, and when we tap into the R's, we're going to tap into universal love, connection, growth, expansion, or whatever that is, that intention, what you're calling in. I am health, I'm love, I'm universal love, I'm unconditional love, I am freedom, or whatever that is for you. Take a deep breath. Perfect. Okay. With the sound of ah from your heart, radiate that. Ah. 2 more. This time I want you to extend it out further than the whole universe, where you have no eyes and how far it can go. Extend it right out. Perfect. Really, really grateful. Thank you for tuning in and interacting. Have a blessed day in Egypt, and anyone that does tune in, I invite you to take a new perspective and see within your life and how things can change when you have a new perspective, when you put on that new hat, or you put yourself in someone else's shoes to see their hat. I think it can make a difference.